Hello and good afternoon kids. This video is for class 8 students for their math, and the topic is squares and square roots continued. So the continuation of squares and square roots, as you have already done for square of a numbers, you have already done, and square roots also for both the methods, that is by prime factorization method and by division method. You have already done few sums related to the topics. So in this exercise, that is exercise 3C, we will be doing square root to find square roots of numbers in the decimal form by division method. So the first one in here, question number 1, we have the number as 152.7696. The procedure for solving to get the square root of this decimal form number is also similar to that of division number. Just small twist is that in this type of numbers, that is the numbers given in the decimal form, what we are supposed to do at the beginning is from the decimal from the point of a number, that is the point that is in a number, from the point we need to make pairs of digits towards right as well as towards left. Wherever the decimal is in the number, from that decimal point we need to make pairs of numbers at first towards right as well as towards left. So at first what I have done here is for 152.7696 I have started making pairs towards right as well as towards left from the decimal. Then similarly the division, similar to the division, the steps of the steps will be similar to that of the division method for numbers. So first of all we have towards the digits towards left side, from the point we have as 152, towards right we have as 7696. So after making the pairs of numbers towards right and left, in towards left, what's left is finally 1 and then 5 and 2 are in pair. So for 1 we need to take both the same numbers closest to 1, so 1 times will get 1, so 1 times is 1. After that you need to add the same 1 again and leave one's place empty. So after taking one's place empty, we have here 2 and one's place empty. I guess you are familiar with the division method. So the important thing in here, what we need to understand is that from the decimal point, that is as soon as we reach this level, that is 52 to 44, 52 minus 44, as soon as this 8 comes, after taking 2 and this 2 in here, when we add this 2 and 2 we'll get 4. Why we are shifting the numbers is because we need to keep the ones place empty. So after this what we got is 8. We got 8 after subtraction of 44 from 52, we got 8. So as soon as we place decimal in here, what happens is the 2 digits after the decimal, they falls down. So that is, now we have our number as 876. So for 876 the closest number would be 3, because as you can see here, I have tried with 2 as well as with 3 in here as well as with 4 in here. So what we are supposed to do is we are supposed to use the same number on the units place as well as the same number we need to multiply the number. So we need to take a number that is closest to the number, not greater than the number but closest to the number. So when you multiply with 2 you get 484, when you multiply with 4 you get 976. 484 is a bit smaller, 976 is a bit bigger, so 3 exactly comes in between. So with 3 we got 729, so 876 minus 729, so we got 147. As we have already used the decimals, so the 2 digit after the decimal drops also. So in this division method we know that 2 digits drops at a time, so it's 96 in here. Again what happened here is we added 3 with 3 because we have multiplied both the sides with that number with 3. So this 3 and 3 will be added here. 3 and 3 is 6 in here, 4, 2, again one's place empty, so we need to go ones place empty, and we need to take the number to the closest one. What do I see here is 6 exactly divides the number. So when you multiply 2 4 6 with 6, we got 4796, which is exactly divisible. So our answer for this one, that is square root of 152.7696, is 12.36. I believe that you have already done the division method in your previous video, so I'm not going with the full details and all. And if you figure how to understand the topic, then let me know. Again, I'll do the basic part of the division method. So again, the same thing in here. What happens is we got a number 49.7025. So I already said, from the place where the decimal is given, we need to make pairs of numbers towards right as well as towards left. So towards right we got 7025, first pair. Second pair, towards left we have 49. So 49 is exact 7 squared, so 7 and 7 is 49. So this 7 and 7, they will be added. So 14 in here, I have kept ones place empty. As soon as I use decimal, 2 digit dropped, so 2 digit dropped 70, and 1 4 ones place is empty. So even if you take 1 in here, what happens is you will get 141, which is greater than 70, so we cannot take 1 also, so we need to take 0. So 0 and 0, again we got 0, so 70 dropped as well as 25 dropped, so 0 and 0 added, 140, and ones place empty again. So we need to take 5. It exactly divided 7025. So it is, when I multiply 1405 with 5, I got 7025. It's exactly divided, and your answer for square root of 49.7025 is 7.05. So similarly for the third one, what we have here is question number 8. We got number as 0.00033124. As I said, for decimal numbers, what are we supposed to do is we are supposed to make pairs first towards right and towards left from the point of decimal. So again, the same thing happened here. At first, what I did was made pairs of numbers, digits, for towards right as well as towards left. In the left, I got just one digit, 0, so it will remain as it is, just one digit. So after finishing up with the pair, so again take numbers in such a way that you have to take the same number, and when you multiply them, you need to get to the closest to that number. So first of all, we got 0, so 0 and 0 is 0, and again when you add 0 and 0, again ones place empty. The steps will remain, the steps are same as to the division method. So similarly, what happened here, after decimal, 2 digits dropped at a time. So from this step onwards, what I did was we got 3 in here. So now I have taken 1 and 1. So from 1 and 1, 1, because I cannot take 2 and 2, because 2 and 2 will give me 4. So 1 and 1 is 1, the closest one. So 3 minus 1 is 2, 31. So next pair of digits was 3 and 1, so 31 dropped. 2 3 1, we got 1 and 1. When we add them up, we got 2. Again ones place empty, so it is 8. It is now ones place empty, and after ones place empty, we got number as 231. So when you multiply with 8, when you use 8 and 8 to multiply, you get 224. So after subtraction, you get 7. Again 2 digits dropped at a time, 74. When you add 8 and 8, you get 16 6. 2 plus 1 is 3. So again unit place empty. So after taking, what did I see is, if you take 2, so it will be exactly divisible. So 2 divided 7 and 24. So here we got our answer as square root of 0.00033124 as 0.182. I believe that you people have understood the division method from the previous video. If not, then let me know, I'll do it again. So the next question, for the next question we have is finding square root correct to 2 decimal place. Now this one is very interesting. The term here, correct to 2 decimal place. Now this is the most important part in here, because so far what we are doing here is we are getting our we got our answers in the decimal form. We didn't care about how many digits were there, after the decimals. But this question It's about correct to. We need to find square root of given questions, given numbers, correct to 2 decimal place. Now this one is very important. For correct to 2 decimal place means we need to find our answer exactly up to 2 decimal place. For that we need to see the third decimal as well, because what happens with the third decimal is, if the third digit is 5 or more than 5, we need to round off the digit. If it is less than 5, we need to keep it as it is. So the first number here we have is, for question number 3, question number 6 we have is 3, sub question 6 we have is 6153. So as you know, there are no decimals in here. So what we are supposed to do at first is, from the ones place we need to make pair of digits. So first 53, then 61. So for 61, the closest square for 61 is 49, that is 7 and 7, 7, 7, 49. After subtracting we got 12, so 7 and 7, 14, ones place empty, again when you take 8, you get 1184, 53 dropped, so 1184, when you have subtracted you got 69. So now what you are supposed to do is, you can use the decimal. So as we know, in this division, exactly in this division, that is the finding square root by division method, 2 digit drops at a time. So after decimal also we need to use 2 zeros at a time. So from here 8 and 8, 8 plus 8 is 16, so 6, 4 plus 1 is 5, 1, every steps remains the same. That is, we need to add the numbers, ones place empty, add the numbers, ones place empty, so ones place empty here. Now we go with 4 and 4, the closest 6 to 5, 6. Now again subtracting, so we got 6 double 4, again go with 4, so I got 6 2 7 3 6. Now after all this, what did I find out? I still got numbers. So now I won't go further. Now I won't go further beyond this, because why so is because what I needed was, I needed my answers to be correct to 2 decimal places. Remember, correct to 2 decimal place. So for that, as I said, we need to look at the third digit as well. So since I've already got the third digit, so no need to go further beyond this. So now the way of writing your answer is, because we need to write our answer exactly correct to 2 decimal places, so we have square root of 6153 equals to 78.441, and it will continue to go on since we have left out here. So the question was about finding our answer to correct to 2 decimal places, remember that. So we don't need to go with the 4th digit, 5th digit and so on. So all we need to do was check the third digit. So just for the sake of third digit, I went up to the third digit, so and I find out that the third digit was 1, so we know that we don't need to round off with 1. So our answer is 78.44 approx. This is our approx answer for square root of 6153. So similar question, we'll be looking at one more similar question to this one. That is, next question we have is 12.145956. We got a decimal, we got digits on both the sides, that is right hand side and left hand side. So as I have already said, from the point of decimal we need to make pair of digits towards right as well as towards left. So towards right we got 14, 59 and 56. Towards left we have 12. We know 9 is the closest square for 12, so 3 and 3 is 9. All the steps remain same. So 0.14, 0.14. So again 14 dropped. Again the division method, you know the procedure as well. I guess so far you have known the procedure, so everything remains the same, the procedure. So here what I did here was, from here onwards, since I have already got, remember our answer was to find square root of a particular number, given number, up to correct to 2 decimal places, and I did told you that in order to do that we need to check the third digit, what about the third digit, whether the third digit is 5 or greater than 5. So what happens if it is 5 or greater than 5, and what happens if it is 4 or less than 4. As I already said, for it 4 and less than 4, don't need to do anything, we need to keep the digit as it is. So for if the number is 5 or greater than 5, we need to round off the number. So our answer in here for square root of 12.145956 is 3.485. We got our third digit as 5. We need to round off the number. So how will we round off? Simply add 1 to the previous digit. So we got our answer as 3.49 approx. Okay, so that's all for today. I hope you have understood. So thank you for watching this. Stay safe.